All right, what's up? This is yet again another update of how shit's been for me since I left my last job, right? And I have been investing into myself and working on my personal business as a means to provide for me and my family, right? Last time I made an update like this, bro, we were going through a lot. It was a lot of personal shit going on that I had to deal with, It was definitely getting tough, living situations, mishaps with my car. We were definitely drowning in problems. It was definitely bad and getting worse, right? Relieved to tell y'all that since then, not everything, but a lot of things have worked themselves out for the most part. Things are a little bit more stable. I'm finally in a place where I can work on content a little bit more consistently, get together a little plan so I can stay consistent for y'all, stay pushing out content for y'all. So that's definitely good that things have been getting better. With that being said, when I first started, I was pretty much into the clothing brand heavy. I was building up my clothing brand, trying to get new collections and stuff like that so I could get some money off of the clothing side of my brand. Since then, I've actually fell back into my music and visual part of my brand more because I felt like my brand has a powerful story, It's overcoming resilience, you feel me, putting a new perspective behind failure, you feel me, failure being the primary thing that'll bridge the gap from where we are to success. Like, you gotta fail upwards kind of thing. That's the whole motive and motto behind my brand, But I felt like as my brand was coming across to other people, they just saw like a really cool, sleek design. My crown looks pretty cool, simple. If you don't know about my brand, there's nothing upon seeing it, there's no reason to read deeper. Like, what does this mean? So I figured I would do a lot more storytelling with my brand and within my brand. So that's where we at now. Because that's where my head went when I started doing this whole digging deeper into my personal brand, and because it went into storytelling so heavily, I ended up dropping two projects. The first one was the Archives, the Vaults Open EP, which is basically was supposed to be a timeline of my music from back when I started to some of the more recent songs that I ended up putting out. We shortened that project and kept it 5 songs, and then released a deluxe version of the project that reads more like the original Archives was supposed to read. So we just extended the Archives into a longer project. The reason why I'm doing this is because by me dropping projects, it gives me a story arc to work with and build around versus, okay, this is a single, this is what this single means. Let's make a music video, a visualizer, a lyric video, a deep video in depth describing how, I made this or whatever. Like, I didn't want to just bleed singles as long as possible and use that as a way to, build my fan base, because that's a big thing. Like, you should just drop singles. Don't waste your time on projects when people aren't going to stick around to listen to them. And, when it comes to that, I personally disagree. I feel like projects are the greatest way to tell a story. If you want to attract fans, you want to tell a story. If you come across any one song on my project and you come across a music video or a lyric video or anything like that, the song leaves you wanting more. The song isn't the beginning, the middle, and the end. Like, it's a part of a overarching story that you need to, like, have to want to invest in, right? And your visuals in your music and everything you do alongside that is supposed to drive the curiosity into why people want to deep dive into your catalog and your discography. That's personally how I feel. Now, of course, I'm somebody that doesn't even have 20 monthly listeners on Spotify, so I would take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. But these are the things that I'm finding are working for me a little bit easier, so we're going to double down on that. I don't mind being the person that goes against the grain to see if some other kind of way will work versus the way that everybody's just trying to push on us. Like, just go single for single. Like, I understand where it's coming from to stay consistent, make sure you can push out content, make sure every song gets the amount of shine that it deserves in the spotlight. But I'm at a point in time where I can cook up about 10 songs in a day. So there's no reason for me to sit on 50 songs when I can put out a couple projects and get rid of like 20 of them, still have some songs on the backlog, knowing that I'm still making songs. Like, when it comes to music, my output is a little bit higher, so I can afford to release a little bit more. especially considering the fact that I didn't release anywhere near consistently before. I would stockpile music like I have and just not release it, to the point where now the music is outdated and it doesn't really even sound good, when I should have just put it out when I, you know what I'm saying? So I'm really past that. I'm not gonna sit on dozens and dozens of songs. Like, nah, bro, we're getting projects out. I'm telling stories. You know, I'm also, like I said, we're telling stories, so I'm not just out here dropping random projects, take these songs and put them on a project. Like, no, these songs tell a story. Let me make a project dedicated to this story. Let the people hear this story through and through. That's also where the short film is coming from. All the different trailers for all the different projects that I made, the trailers are telling the story that my project is telling. If you look at all my projects side by side, every single project ties into each other. It tells an even longer story. So each song on a project, let's call it an EP, each song is a little piece of a story to that whole project, which is a story of itself. That whole project, if you step back, it is a part and an arc to a whole bigger story in the universe, which all my projects play a part into. The storytelling has to be so bulletproof that, like, you can't poke a flaw in it. Like, you cannot try as hard as you might want to. Once I fully start rolling out what my universe is going to be like and bringing people into the experience of my universe, it's going to be very hard to miss the story. It's going to be very hard not to be pulled in to what's going on, you know? So I'm super excited to do that. I feel like for the first time since I'm felt like, bro, I don't need to work. I can just get this shit get it off the land, you know, do it like how I want to do it, like by investing in my dreams. This is the first time that things are fully starting to click. Things are starting to make sense. I'm like, oh shit, I can do this. I see that. And things are connecting. And bruh, I'm so excited, and I'm so excited to share that with y'all. This is just a quick, you know, update to let y'all know that we are back working. Things are back in a better place and we can get back to working and shit like that. I'm just hella excited. I can't wait to start rolling out. I think I'm going to release this today. I think we have a lyric video or a music video releasing later today. I have to go talk to my cousin who's been helping me with my rollout and putting my songs together and stuff like that. Massive help. So I have to talk to him, see where we at with the lyric video, or see if I'm just going to put out a music video today. But we are keeping content rolling on the YouTube channel at all times. I think I'm going to make another video specifically to explain how my YouTube growth has been. But I'm gonna end it there. Y'all know how this goes. Until the next one, stay consistent, stay obsessed, and protect your crown at all costs. You heard?